Let's meet.
And with Thanksgiving coming tomorrow, Greg, how many plates of turkey you think you're going to put away?
Oh, you got to get seconds. Just make sure you leave enough room for dessert. Sometimes maybe a little walk is what you need to shake off what we back home used to call the itis.
So the Nets starting five. The small and power forwards are Harris and Durant. Irving and Harden, the two-star guards. And it's Aldridge in at the five. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Look at Tatum get up. I love whenever he goes up with that kind of aggression and force. He's not messing around at all, taking names and making statements.
Harden finds Durant. Aldridge against Walker. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Smart. Shoots it. And it's Brown missing. Cloak loose. Irving with a clean look. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Well, the team does a nice job supporting what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, they've got total trust in his abilities, so I think they work a lot harder to set him up.
Now, here's Walker. Misses from close range. Schroeder against KD. Lets it go with a three. And the Nets, another three.
If Durant can find just a slice of an opening at the arc, he'll take it. His accuracy is just that good.
Walker in the post. Aldridge is there. Walker's shot is off. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the wing right. And it's Aldridge missing. Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. We talked about the need to be tough with K physically and mentally. Coach said, we understand he's going to go on runs, even against tight defense. We can't get down on ourselves or start forcing things at the other end as a result. We'll see if they can maintain that even keel throughout the game. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Checked by Walker. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. To the lane, and Walker throws it down hard.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time to see another one just like that.
And they're bringing you close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And it was maybe a step out of his range.
Now here's Schroeder. 9 points last game. And Harden really looks like he's been having fun.
I would agree with that, Kevin, and he says he's the same way off the court, too. I don't know him off the court, but he says he loves meeting new people. I don't have any trouble believing that. He enjoys engaging with kids, and certainly the bright tennis shoes are part of everybody's NBA attire now, but he wears it as an expression of his personality.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And the Nets making a change here. Griffin's checked in. Durant takes the 12-footer and hits. Durant's got 5.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into a shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Now here's Walker. Off a 21 game his last outing. And the dunk by Tatum.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. And guys, this is their seeing of Boston.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, that first-round series in last year's play and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
And finished off by Walker.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. He succeed in this league.
And so with it, after the basket by Brooklyn, Smart finds Tatum. Walker with it. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And he is really in zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And your Celtics answer.
He's checked in for Walker. And is coming onto the floor for the Nets. "17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Out left to the wing. Walker in the post. Aldridge is covering. Walker is screen on Brown. Richardson for 3. What a performance. Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are performance right now. We'll return shortly. Kyrie Irving at 6'3", one of the most creative finishers in the NBA. He details where it all started.
I just go back to being in my backyard and, just practicing all my layups or all my finishes. That's what I go back to. I mean, this is when I'm in that situation.
Oh, it is indeed. The English, the angles. He is a magician out there, Greg, with the ball in his hand.
And his godfather, Rod Strickland, another New York point guard legend who was known for his improvisational finishes. Kyrie had it from the soil.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
They've got Horford. He's out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Rick the two-spot. That's the Boston 5. Driving the lane. Mills finds Brown. The Nets working the ball around now. Harris passes to Mills. 5 to shoot. Durant way outside. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Tatum with a screen on Aldridge. Stolen by Durant. 3 on 3. Here's Mills. And boy, that looked like goaltending. And so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing it instead of playing it safe.
And the Celtics making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. And the Nets making a change here as well. Harden's checked in. Tatum passes to Walker. Good. And it's Tatum picking up the assist. 12 points for Walker.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really close that area off defensively.
Here is Harden after the basket by Boston. Pass to KD. Kicks it out to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Aldridge. And the 3 off target. Celtics leading by 3. Down low, here's Tatum, and he lays it straight in. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Harden against Schroeder. Passes it to Durant. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, that's another miss for him, largely because he shot so poorly.
Walker goes in, and the dunk by Walker.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Here's Durant. He's got 5 with the drive. And again, no by Brooklyn. Here are the Celtics with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Walker the pass to Tatum. In the corner, Horford with it. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. Back to Schroeder. From the arc. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Nets trail by 7. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks.
KD is so good at drawing contact. You might remember now they changed the rules on that rip move that he perfected.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Al Horford. And Smart subbed in for Richardson. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Bruce Brown. Paul Millsap's checked in for Brooklyn. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. There might be more talent at the point guard position now, Greg, than there's ever been in the NBA. But who do you think sits at the top of that list?
I mean, Kevin, there's so many incredible talents and dodging it, but honestly, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It depends on what kind of tickles your fancy in terms of the point guard. If it's the ability to shoot and play without it, Steph's at the top of your league list, but then you get a guy like Chris Paul, who I think is as good as anybody's ever been in the pick and roll. So there's just different ways to approach this thing. And, of course, now I've forgotten 4 or 5 guys that I should have added into this conversation.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
It's T-shirt Bonanza. Make some noise. All right.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Nets. They still have a firm hold on the second spot. Strong place to be.
And you know, for Boston, they're the best in class when it comes to putting a great product on the court. And we've seen that in the early going.
Celtics leading by 5. Then, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A moment now to see the numbers for Dennis Schroeder. He's getting around 8 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And really, he sets the table for this team with his playmaking.
Unselfish, at times to a fault. He just makes everybody around.
Now, here's Durant. He has 7. Shot from free throw range. Harden finds Millsap. Pass to Griffin. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Or the 3. And Boston with the rebound.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. You tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And Walker throws it down hard.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
And that one, good.
One of the game's best drivers, without question. James Harden loves to shift gears, change of pace, slow, fast, intermediate speed, and then use that body of his to shield the ball. Nightmare defending that. Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Clark as good a scorer as ever. Durant just needs to stay healthy, right? Just to break all kinds of records.
I agree with that, Kevin. He is as lethal a scorer as we've seen. I mean, when you just talk about putting the ball in the basket, he's in the top 10 all time for my money. You know, as a distributor and dime dropper, Harden has really got a nice eye for how to get teammate shots and does a really good job. Mercy me. Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Harden against Schroeder. Harden kicks to Millsap. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Smart passes to Walker. Back to Smart. Griffin against Walker. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And it's still a rare sight on numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stop.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean.
And that does it for the first half of play. Celtics lead by 6. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
The Nets, 45.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's what.
Thank you, David. And whoops.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Boston Celtics.
It's great to see a team going inside, challenging the defense in the paint. You don't see that mentality as often in today's game. So much is perimeter. Guys want to stay on the outside. They don't want to get sweat equity.
All right, let's go over the first half now and highlight. And that concludes halftime. Now time to see Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and for the second half of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Irving and Harden, the 2-star guards. The small and power forwards are Harris and Durant. And it's Aldridge in at center. Knocks it loose and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out some stats. Irving.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in San Antonio and going up against the Spurs. Then on Sunday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors.
You know, most teams might get worried at a long road schedule like this one, but they've been so good away from home. I think they might be looking forward to it. You have to respect what this team can do when they're in your building.
Harden scanning the floor. Back to Irving. From outside the arc. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Outside Tatum. Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. Back to Tatum. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Nets trailed by 8. And here's Harris from the arc. And Tatum pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Walker finds Schroeder. To the middle. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Tatum. 26 points for Walker.
Defenders already have a lot to worry about with Tatum scoring. When he's making passes like that too, watch out.
Irving passes to KD. Right at the free throw line. And he hits the jump shot. And that's 11 points for KD.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days. At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Harden against Schroeder. And the pass to KD. Driving inside. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Brooklyn ball.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Celtics leading by 10. Here's Smart. And it's off from three-point range. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Knocked loose. Stolen by Smart. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Harden on the wing. He's guarded by Schroeder, and it's blocked by Brown. Aldridge against Walker. Tatum with the screen on Aldridge. Here's Walker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kevin Durant.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And Boston with the rebound. Walker's
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
that's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
It's T-shirt time. Fans, your Celtics dancers.
Terrific awareness among this collection of centers and power forwards. The big men averaging the most assists per contest over the previous 10 games. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Harden the pass to Aldridge. Rejected by Walker. Tatum with a screen on Aldridge. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Stolen by Harden. Outside, KD. Misses the three.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden is up a notch, and he now often looks for his first.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender can do there.
That's trailed by 16.
That's his third personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Irving. 11 points in the game. Pass to Harden. Back to Irving. They could use a bucket. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Tatum is everything you want in a star. I mean, he's a talented player, surely. But more importantly, I think
Burnett shooting a meager 37% for the game. Outside the wing, Smart and Brown. Then it's Williams. Then there's Dennis. And it's Walker in at the 5. The paint. That's the Boston 5.
They've shown some in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
And here are the Nets. Here is Harden. Passes to KD. Outside Irving. Inside, here's Aldridge. And Boston with the rebound. Now Walker. Brown with a screen on Aldridge. Walker. Brown. And he goes big with the dunk right over LaMarcus Aldridge.
Boy, it's so much fun seeing Brown drop the hammer. Just an amazing who bashes the basket.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
To the paint, here's Brown. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Aldridge can't get it to go.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Just no resistance inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that 6th sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Left side, Harris. That's good. Nice assist from Durant.
Assist goes to
Durant's got 4 assists in the game.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
And stolen by Irving. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And it's Aldridge, top of the key. No good on the 3.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And the dunk by Walker.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Schroeder. A nice shot by Aldridge.
Yeah, and this is Aldridge's sweet spot. I mean, his bread and butter. It's all about finding his rhythm and then letting him go with confidence. Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having. That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5.
Substitution on the court.
Harden outside. Irving sets a screen for Harden. Back to Irving. And he's good on the 3-ball.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
And it's Walker penetrating and finished off by Walker.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Irving looking over the floor. KD against Cantor. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
The assist.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. Walker the pass to Williams. Millsap against Tatum. Horford dishes to Walker. Shoots over Griffin. Walker's shot is off. The Nets have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Griffin's shot is off.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Walker against Millsap. Inside. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Oh, and it looks like... goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Richardson comes in for Williams. And it's Pritchard in for Enes Kanter. And then for Brooklyn, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Paul Millsap. Brown is checked in for Boston. And there's the pass to Harden. Aldridge with a screen on Richardson. Unloads from 13. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his
All right, Greg, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think right now has the best backcourt in the NBA?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, so many terrific backcourts to choose from. You know, Phoenix has got to be a conversation with Chris Paul and Devin Booker, but I'll tell you what, with the Splash Brothers healthy and back at it, it's just hard combination.
Aldridge so good at shooting it as soon as he catches it. Great confidence in his stroke.
Here's Walker, and the dunk by Walker.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Harden unique, guys. That combination of power and power.
Harden.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Celtics.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
1:44 left to play in the final quarter. Down low. And Aldridge slams it in.
Well, he's so good around the basket that he doesn't really need to throw it down, but sometimes Aldridge just has to take advantage of it.
The Celtics working the ball around now. And it's Walker penetrating, and the defense didn't have position. They whistle a foul, and he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And Clark, you played in a very physical era. What do you think about the way fouls are called right now?
I really don't have a problem with it, Kevin. I mean, some of the fouls that were allowed in years past, way back in the 70s and 80s, I mean, those were borderline flagrant 3 kind of fouls. The game was more physical, and it was accepted as such, but I don't know if that was necessarily good for the game. I think now the way they have it set up and the way it's officiated as it relates to physicality and flagrant fouls, yeah, it may be a little bit too far the other way, but I think it's the right balance overall.
And so it's bringing it up for Brooklyn.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
On a given night, 1 or 2 guys might have the off night from the line, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They didn't lose focus, and it made...
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Walker.
Boy, I thought he did a little bit of everything out there tonight, notching the triple-double in style. He was a difference maker.
And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I don't think there's anybody who works harder for his points than Harden does. I mean, if he has to attack the glass to get him, he'll do that too.
Walker goes in.
Brooklyn foul. LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his fourth personal foul. The line.
One at the line is good.
For two shots.
And so Walker nails both of them. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Irving. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just they had that lead and it was